Okay, anybody new? Any new introductions we need to have? You guys are trying to bait me on this. I know there's some new people in the room somewhere. Somebody find one. There's a new person here. Anybody? Bill Scholl, former athletic director, Marquette University, hired Shaka Smart. Here today, Kevin Corrigan. Is Kevin Corrigan with us? Kevin Corrigan, national champ, how many times? 3? 2 national championships, Notre Dame lacrosse, writing for the Notre Dame South Bend Gazette. What do we got? Anybody else new? Any new people? All right.
All right, let's do it. First question from Murph. Start with Kurt, third row in the middle.
Murph, where was your confidence level in Miz going into it, and where is it now? And was tonight just to kind of, as he goes, you kept him in there, depending on how he was looking?
I mean, we were thinking somewhere between 30 and 50 pitches, and we were thinking that he let us know he was gassed. He's very emotional, and you guys know what he's been through, but he responded, and I think that's a really good sign. It was one of the keys to the game. There was a lot of them. This game is in a lot of different parts, but I mean, Miz stepped up. You guys get all enthralled with the MPH. I'm enthralled with that he wasn't giving up free bases, kept his composure with runners and that type of thing. So yeah, William again, Contreras had an unbelievable game, not only offensively, but he had a great game defensively too, and he got him through that. He caught 7 pitchers tonight, a lot with inexperience, never been in the playoffs, and he navigated it pretty well.
Stay in that third row.
Pat Misiorowski is so emotional, and that's just part of his DNA. Do
You know him?
No, I just looking at him, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you have to harness that at all? Do you, especially in a postseason game, any conversation with him about just kind of
Joe?
controlling that? I don't know. Do you?
I mean, you got to let him express himself, but then you got to watch and see if he comes back to where he needs to be. It's hard, It's like I came off the mound in the second inning, and he was ranting and raving, and I gave him a little like, okay, stay with it. But he's here at the highest level for a reason, and he's been through some ups and downs. So I think he's pretty aware and pretty on high alert.
Go to the second row here, towards the middle.
Or if this offense so predicated on just base hits, singles, doubles, but 3 home runs, the big difference tonight, how does that feel watching your offensive production come from the long ball instead of just base hits?
That's anytime, home runs are thrown. They're not created, they're thrown. And, we took advantage of that. And sometimes that happens for us during the season. Sometimes we have to win other ways. But the key is you got to find a way. And if you have different ways to win, if you just rely on one thing, it's harder to win. So I'm really pleased we did. I mean, Vaughn's home run, and then Contreras and Churio's homers, was the difference in the game. But you don't see that from the Brewers very often. But it was great it did. Contreras' pitch wasn't really a home run pitch, but he pulled his hands in really well. Vaughn did a great job of getting it out in front, and Churio's ball, that kid is. He posts in the biggest games of the year. It's pretty fun.
Go to Lamont, far right in the second row.
Lamont, did you introduce yourself yesterday and today, or are you just sneaking in here and not getting introduced?
I think the first day that I was here.
Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
What was
Lamont
it?
Pope, Chicago Tribune.
What's that?
Lamont Pope, Chicago Tribune. I wanted to ask you about.
I don't think you introduced yourself. You're trying to sneak under the radar, and I caught you.
Andrew Vaughn, you mentioned him. Just what has he meant to the ball club really since arriving?
Yeah, he's been a great addition. He's a great young man. The game humbled him. He's in AAA, and he's struggling in AAA. And the game humbled him. And it just goes to show you how mental this game is and how much of this game has to to do with our mindset. And then him getting this opportunity because of an injury, and then another guy opted out, and he wasn't first on the list to bring up. And then all of a sudden, he gets his opportunity, doesn't say a word, keeps his head down. First game, gets a great pitch to hit from Yamamoto. Hits a 3-run homer, feels the energy, and he just played off it the rest of the time. And now I'd say he's back into a spot where he feels great about who he is and how he contributes. Tremendous teammate, tremendous baseball mind, always studying the game. It's been a joy to be around him. I don't know how many games he's been here, but you guys would know. But and the team trusts him. They just trust him. Defensively also, we heard he's a little shaky. This kid's been unbelievable defensively. And it's all about who he's become and how he feels like he can help, and he's got a real role in the team. And people want to be wanted, and his teammates love him. It's pretty cool.
Come back to the second row in the middle.
Murph, you talk a lot about how you respond or your team responds, or in those
How
moments.
I respond?
I think it's
I do the
How-
same shit every day, man. I'm just standing there, you know what I mean? Take a sip, put it down. I'm not responding. I'm just,
it's about how the team responds when they get knocked down, or how in a fight, and you use that analogy a lot. It's one thing to do that in the regular season, but your team has now done it twice. After getting hit there in that first inning. Just what do you think of how your team has done that the last two games?
people are wondering, how does this team have the best record in baseball? How does this team and nobody predicted they'd be over 500. And then we have all the injuries. Certainly nobody was banking on us. But how did that happen? It's the group of people in the room. It's the group of people in the room that know how to wash it off. They know how to bounce back. They know how to have a bad series and understand the importance of the next pitch. And that relentless kind of behavior is, a separator. But don't think other teams and other guys don't do it too. We've just got a good collection of guys that, are happy they're in the big leagues. I call them cliffhangers, guys that don't know if their locker's going to be there when they get back to the deal. And that's a fun thing. That hunger, makes us look like we know what we're doing. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Especially in this game, because this game is so in your head, and it's so mental, and it's so based on so many different things. Who do we got? Jack? You good, Jack? Yeah. Who else you got there? William, the jockey?
Try to do a couple more before we bring those guys up. Steve, up in the fourth row.
Do you know what your plans are for Game 3 starting pitcher, if you're ready to announce that yet or not?
Game 3 will be Priester. Yeah.
We'll go to the second row, towards the right.
Murph, maybe not quite highlight reel type plays, but the catch that Sal made down the line, jumping into the sidewall, the couple
Was that a
plays.
necessary dive? I need to know. I need to know because he does a lot of unnecessary. It was necessary? Mm-hmm. He couldn't have caught it standing still and not be on the highlight reel?
But that kind of play there, the couple plays that Vaughn made down the line on some of those ground balls, what do plays like that do for just kind of keeping the game under control and not
That's
giving
the
them
rhythm.
anything
That's
to go
the
with?
rhythm of the game. You're not allowing base runners on balls that can be caught. Vaughn did a great job, and great feeds. That's not an easy play. Great catch, great feed. Sal's play is, Sal's as good as there is defensively in the outfield. Yeah, he's been doing it all year for us. Whether he's going well at the plate or whether he just plays every pitch hard. It's special to have a guy like that on your team. And,
Go to the third row, towards the right. Yep.
Kurt, I want to ask you a question. Who do I talk about the most on this team every single day? Who do I talk about the most?
In terms of us asking you, or you
Yeah,
bring it up on
Who
their
do I
own?
bring up the most on my own saying he was a part?
Contreras.
Huh?
Contreras. Got to credit William.
Every day I bring this guy, I'm just at nausea. You know what I mean?
Since you were willing to share that Priester's starting Game 3, it looked like he was getting loose before the game. Could you speak at all about the gamemanship of?
Gamesmanship?
Yeah. maybe trying to deke him out a little bit there?
No, I mean, we didn't have any plans on throwing Priester today. There was no plans. He has his throwing program that he does, you know what I mean? And doing his throwing program, and, yeah.
Do one more in the second row here. Then we'll bring up Jackson and William.
Jack. He likes to be referred to as Jack.
Well, speaking of Jack, coming in a little banged up to the game, hits the home run, catches the foul ball, has that little collision at first base. We can ask him, but in your mind, how did he respond from?
Unbelievable, I mean, he's 21 years old and doing the things he's doing in the first couple games here and in the environment, and you just know that's special. That's special. We all wish we could have that factor, that it factor, the way Jack does. You know what I mean? And I remember when he went to AAA for his rehab after his injury, he went 0 for 18 with 14 punch-outs, and everybody was panicked. And then the first day in Toronto, the first live pitch he saw in the big leagues, he hit it out of the park, and the kid grabbed it and took it back. But he wasn't satisfied, so then he homered the next time and then doubled the next time. So it's just, the guy's got the it factor.
All right, Murph, thank you.
What do you got? You've got one more.
Did you have a hunch going in tonight?
Hunch?
Like your plan that you might go 6 or 7 pitchers into this game tonight using the opener?
Yeah, absolutely.